You ever get that amazing idea for a new product, a new project, but then you're just stuck? Like, where do you even begin? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down the single most powerful first step you can take to bring literally any idea to life. So, what's the secret sauce? What connects a brand new, successful app with, say, a small business making handmade bags or even a local community program? I mean, on the surface, they seem completely different, right? But believe it or not, every single one of those successful projects shares the exact same starting point. And the answer is the prototype. That's it. A prototype is really just an early, simple version of your idea. And the key words I want you to burn into your brain are early and simple. It is not meant to be perfect. Its whole job is to be a tool for you to test things out, to learn, and to make your idea better. Think of this as your new mantra. Build quickly, test early, improve continuously. It's a total mindset shift. It's all about taking action instead of getting stuck in endless planning. It's about getting that amazing idea out of your head and into the real world as fast as you possibly can. So why is this such a huge deal? Well, because prototyping is basically your ultimate risk reducer. It takes an idea that's just floating around in your head and makes it real, something you can see and touch. That way, you can spot problems when they're tiny and cheap to fix, which saves you a ton of time and money down the road. But most importantly, it gets your idea in front of actual people so you can gather that feedback you absolutely need to succeed. Okay, so that covers the why. Now let's get practical and talk about the what. We're going to dive into your prototyping toolkit and see all the different shapes and forms a prototype can actually take. First up, the one most of us probably think of, the product prototype. This is just a simple version of a physical thing or a digital product. And when I say simple, I mean really simple. We're talking about a quick sketch on a napkin, a model you made out of cardboard, or just a few basic drawings of what an app's screens might look like. But what if your idea isn't an object? What if it's an experience? Well, that's where the service prototype comes in. This is all about showing people how your service will actually feel and work. You could run one free trial class, you could role play a customer service call, or you could offer a quick 15-minute sample training. It's basically like making a movie trailer for your service. And finally, there's a process prototype. This is for when your big idea is a new system or a better way of doing things. You can test it out with a simple flow chart, a step-by-step plan on a whiteboard, or by running a tiny one-week pilot program to see how it works in the real world before you try to roll it out everywhere. Now, this brings us to a really key idea, the difference between low fidelity and high fidelity. Think of it like this. You always start with low fidelity. That's the simple, fast, and cheap stuff, like sketches and paper models. It's only after you've tested those basic ideas and gotten some good feedback that you move on to a more detailed, high-fidelity version, like a working model or an advanced design. All right, you know the what, the why, and the different types. So now let's put it all together. Here's a super simple 6-step action plan to get you started. Here is your roadmap. First, choose just one core idea to focus on. Then, decide on the single most important thing you need to test about it. Next, and this is so important, keep it simple. Don't go for perfection. Just build it fast, because your goal here is to learn, not to create a final product. As soon as you have something, anything, show it to other people. And finally, just listen. Listen to their feedback, learn from it, and get ready to do it all over again. Okay, but hold on. Before you run off and start building, it's just as important to know what not to do. So let's quickly cover a few common traps people fall into so you can steer clear of them. Seriously, knowing what to do is only half the battle. This next part, knowing what to avoid, can honestly be the difference between your project succeeding and you just getting super frustrated. So please, don't fall into these traps. Do not try to make your prototype perfect. Don't spend way too much time or money on it. And whatever you do, do not build it in a vacuum. You have to test it with real users. But the biggest mistake of all, getting all that great feedback and then just ignoring it, maybe because it's a little tough to hear. All right, let's wrap this all up and get you ready to start building today. We're just going to quickly hit the most important takeaways from this whole explainer. Just remember these things. A prototype is just a tool for learning. That's it. Your goal isn't a finished product, it's to improve, and improve fast. You don't need perfection, you just need to start. Feedback is the most valuable thing you can get. And at the end of the day, learning by doing is always, always the best way to go. So there you have it. The path from a great idea to something real isn't some giant, impossible leap. It's just a series of small, totally manageable, and actually really exciting steps. Your idea is waiting for you to take that first one. The only question left is, what will you build first?